Mendel's experiment. Gregor John Mendel is known as the pioneer in the field of genetics. He did his research work on common guardian P to prove that the hereditary characters transfer from parents to their offsprings and to know the rules that they follow while transferring characters from parents to their offsprings. Mendel selected pea plants for his research due to the following reasons. Pea plants have short lifespan and can be grown easily. Pea plants are bisexual, so they are self-pollinating plants, but cross-pollination can be done when necessary. The hybrids produce fertile offsprings. Pea plants are available in the number of contrasting characters. They are cultivated easily and are easily available, and they produce a large number of offsprings. Mendel selected 7 pairs of the contrasting characters of the pea plant for his research. The characters are height of the plant, position of the flower, color of the flower, color of the pod, shape of the pod, shape of the seed, color of the seed. Mendel conducted research on pea plant using 7 pairs of contrasting characters. During the course of his experiment, first he confirmed the pure breeding plants by allowing them for self-pollination. Then he conducted his experiment making a cross between 2 pure individuals having a pair of contrasting characters. He made a cross between pure tall pea plant and pure dwarf pea plant. All the offsprings produced in this generation were tall and named as F1 generation. He conducted his experiment of the similar type using other pair of contrasting characters. He found the same results in all the cases. The characters which was expressed externally in the F1 generation was named as dominant character, and the hidden character in the first generation was named as the recessive characters. When the hybrid pea plants appeared in the first generation were self-pollinated in the second generation, 75% pea plants were found tall and 25% were found dwarf. That is, the phenotypic ratio of tall and dwarf pea plant was found 3:1, and the genotypic ratio of the pure tall, hybrid tall, and pure dwarf was 1:2:1. When the obtained pea plants of F2 generation were self-pollinated, in F3 generation it was found that pure tall pea plant of F2 generation produced tall plants only. Hybrid pea plants produce both tall and dwarf in the ratio 3:1. That is, genotypic ratio of pure tall, hybrid tall, and pure dwarf pea plants was 1:2:1. The dwarf plant produced only dwarf pea plants. Finally, he concluded with the following results. Pure tall pea plant produced and hybrid tall pea plants on self-pollination produced both tall and dwarf offsprings in the phenotype ratio of 3:1 and genotypic ratio of pure tall, hybrid tall, and pure dwarf 1:2:1. Also, pure dwarf pea plant produced pure dwarf offsprings only. In the F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio of tall and dwarf pea plant is 3:1. The genotypic ratio of pure tall, hybrid tall, and pure dwarf pea plant is 1:2:1. After many experiments on pea plants, Mendel formulated the following laws: laws of dominance, laws of segregation or purity of gametes, laws of independent assortment. Law of dominance. Mendel's law of dominance states that when a cross is made between 2 pure individuals having a pair of contrasting characters, only one character appears externally in the first generation, called dominant characters, and another remain hidden as the recessive characters. For example, in a cross between pure pea plant and pure dwarf pea plant, all the pea plant produced in F1 generation appears tall as the dominant characters, and dwarf remains hidden as the recessive characters. Second, law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. Mendel's law of segregation or law of purity of gametes states that the hybrid of F1 generation possesses heterozygous alleles for a character. One is of dominant nature and another is of recessive nature. They remain together for a long time but separate or segregate at the time of gamete formation. Due to separation or segregation of alleles or characters, a gamete contains only one of the alleles, either of dominant nature or of recessive nature. It means gametes forms are pure. So, this law is also called the law of purity of gametes. For example, in a monohybrid cross between pure tall pea plant and pure dwarf pea plant, hybrid of F1 generation contains both alleles, and during gamete formation, they separate or segregate so that each gamete bears either tall or dwarf. As a result, gamete form becomes pure. Mendel's law of dominance and law of purity of gametes are equally applicable in the case of animal as well. Guinea pig can be used for this purpose. Their lifespan is shorter so that many generations of them can be observed within a short duration. When a cross is made between a pure black guinea pig and pure white guinea pig, all the guinea pigs produced in the first generation will be of black color. It proves that black color in the guinea pig remains as a dominant character and white color remains as a recessive character. When the guinea pigs of F1 generation are crossed together, 75% of guinea pigs produced are seen black and 25% of them are seen white. If their genetic study is made, 25% guinea pigs of F2 generations are found pure black, 50% of the guinea pigs are found hybrid black, and 25% are found pure white. That is, the phenotypic ratio of black and white guinea pigs in F2 generation is 3:1, and that of genotypic ratio of the pure black, hybrid black, and pure white guinea pig is 1:2:1. T.S. Morgan conducted similar type of research on Drosophila. When he crossed a long-winged Drosophila with a short-winged Drosophila, all the offsprings produced in F1 generation were hybrid long-winged. When the hybrid of the first generation were crossed together, the offsprings produced in F2 generation were 75% long-winged and 25% short-winged. When the genetic study was made, it was found that 25% were pure long-winged, 50% were hybrid long-winged, and 25% were pure short-winged in F2 generation. Human beings also have some dominant and recessive characteristics. Some of them are straight thumb and back-turned thumb, where straight thumb is dominant character and back-turned thumb is recessive character. Also, isolated ear lobule and joint ear lobule, where isolated ear lobule is dominant character and joint ear lobule is recessive character. Although the offsprings resemble their parents in many aspects, they are not exactly identical. The differences among the individuals may be in regard to skin color, height, body structure, etc. Hence, the physiological is different among the individuals of the same species, which gives them individuality is called variation. Variation is divided into two types: hereditary variation or genetic variation and environmental variation. Talking about the hereditary variation, this type of variation is mainly caused due to structural and functional change in the gene found in the chromosomes at the time of gamete formation by meiosis cell division. It is common in all the organisms which produce by sexual methods. And in case of environmental variation, environment plays a great role in bringing variation among the individuals. The factors of these variations are light, temperature, air, availability of food, etc. Even the offsprings produced from the same parents become different phenotypically due to these factors. Hence, the variation that occurs among the organism due to environmental factor is called environmental variation. On the basis of the degree of differences, variation is classified into two types: continuous variation and discontinuous variation. Continuous variation is a variation which occurs gradually in the organisms. For example, difference in height, skin color, eye color, etc. Discontinuous variation is a variation which occurs suddenly in the organism, caused due to mutation. For example, 6 digits in the limbs, tailless kitten, etc. So here comes the term mutation. What is mutation? Mutation is a sudden and discontinuous variation that occurs in the organism. The factors for mutation are X-rays, gamma rays, and different chemicals which are called mutagens. For example, a 4-legged chicken, a baby produced with 6 digits, etc.
They have never seen the sun or the ocean or any of God's creatures. They have no birth certificates, no names. Besides the ones we have given.